Why, hello there, lovely one. It's me, Helen the Great, and we have a great question over here. It's asking us to find the equation of the line. This is a straight line, which means its standard form is either y equals mx plus c. And that's what we used in grade 9, and it's also what we use in analytical geometry. But in functions, we tend to stick with y equals ax plus q. Pretty much exactly the same. The m and the a represent the gradient, and the c and the q represent the y-intercept. So that's the first thing we can look at. Our y-intercept, in other words, our c value, is equals to 3. Or over here, our q value is equals to 3. That means so far we have y is equals to mx plus 3, or y is equals to ax plus 3. Now there are two different ways we could figure out what the m is. We could either do the gradient formula, which is m is equals to the change in y, so that's y2 minus y1, over the change in x, x2 minus x1, and then we would find the value of m. Or we could substitute the point -1 and 0 in for the equation and find out what m is using that. Let's do it using the gradient. So I'm going to substitute in y2. Let's just call this 0.2, and there's my x value, there's my y value, and we'll call this one 0.1. So I've got x and y, and I'm calling it 0.1. So my y value for 0.2 is going to be 3. My y value for 0.1 is going to be 0. My x value for 0.2 is going to be 0. And then this is interesting. My x value for 0.1 is going to be -1, but we're subtracting -1, which means it becomes +1. So that means my gradient is going to be 3. Therefore, the equation of my line is y is equals to 3x plus 3. It would be exactly the same thing over here. Y is equals to 3x plus 3. So, in short, if you want to find the equation of a linear function, look for the y-intercept. Let's see if I can spell it correctly. Y-intercept, and then find the gradient. Or you can solve for the equation using points, using and substituting points. Let's see, substituting points. Well, lovely one, as you can see, this is quite easy. It's exactly what you did in grade 9, so you'll be fine. Much love.